Hello, this is Chris from the Cinema Savvy Movie Podcast, and I am back today bringing you a brand new trailer reaction video. It feels like a while since I've done one of these. It was probably the Deadpool one I did on Christmas Day, and that was just during the week. We had a lot of trailers coming out that week. Since then, we had a bit of a lull over Christmas and the start of New Year. But today we've got a brand new trailer. I did not expect this one out. This is the brand new trailer for The Conjuring 2. I guess I can give my thoughts on the original Conjuring. I absolutely love that movie to death. Really, it's probably the best example of modern horror I can recommend to people. Like, if someone came up to me and said, like, oh, there's no good horror films now, like, all the best ones are the old ones, I will literally, like, give them a DVD copy of The Conjuring and be like, go watch this movie, it's fantastic. I don't know if you can see my shirt, but it's sort of like all the old horror mascots and things like that. Horror films, for me, the strongest ones are from the 80s, but it's more like 60s, 70s, 80s. And then after that, it sort of took a bit of a downhill slope. And most horror films now, I mean, you look at the Paranormal Activity ones, it's just based on jump scares. Whereas The Conjuring was just a breath of fresh air. It didn't really try anything new. It was very much sort of a homage to old 70s haunted house movies, but it just did it so well. And most of that's down to James Wan as the director. He directed the original Saw film, I think he did Dead Silence, and the Insidious movies. Granted, I didn't really care for Insidious all that much, but he's a proven director in the genre of horror, and The Conjuring's testament to that. It's a brilliant film. He's gone on and directed other stuff since then. He did Fast 7, so he's proven himself an action director as well. And I think he's still directing Aquaman, or at least his name's sort of being batted about, so his career's just going to skyrocket. But it's always nice to see him come back to horror. So yeah, I mean, I've rambled enough. Conjuring 2, a bit unsure about it because The Conjuring 1 is such a solid standalone movie, and I really hope they don't milk the franchise dry like they tried to do with Annabelle, which was the prequel, which I haven't seen, but I did hear great things about it. I might give it a watch at some point because it's part of the series, but I'm unsure about a sequel, so this is my first time watching the trailer right now, so we're going to give it a watch together. I'm going to give my thoughts on it afterwards, and we'll see what it looks like. So I'm going to click play now.
Do you know when the voice is going to speak?
Sometimes.
Ooh, London.
Does it ever say things just to you that you can only hear?
Yes.
Does it feel like it's coming from inside of you?
More like it's coming from behind me. Like I'm being used.
I feel like I should be watching this with the lights off.
What does it say?
It said it wants to hurt you.
When did it say that?
Right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. That looks like they've got, Oh, I love how they've done that. Those credits. You don't see that very much in trailers now.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's an incredible shot. Spider-Man. Oh. Oh, I know where this is going. Oh, that looks great. Oh, they almost look animated when they go, like stop motion. True story. June. Okay. bit of a weird release date, June. I thought they'd bring this out for Halloween, to be honest. I think it would make quite a lot there. It doesn't. Most horror films seem to be doing that now. They're like bringing them out at really weird times that have nothing to do with Halloween or the month of October. Okay, my thoughts on the trailer. I think it looks pretty decent. Do I think it looks better than the first one? No, but do I think it still looks solid? Yes. James Wan's bringing new creative shots to it. I love that one where she's against the ceiling and the camera sort of rotates down. That was brilliant. The crosses as well. What he's great with is just really just genuinely creepy imagery. Like, as I said, most horror films now just rely on jump scares, and jump scares have their place too. But it seems like Sinister, for example, when I went to see that, that is literally just constant jump scares. Jump scares aren't scary. They're startling. There's no sense of dread or atmosphere being built from it. Now, films can use a jump scare if they do get that atmosphere right, if they have that slow build, tease the audience, and then drop a jump scare in. I'm fine with that. That can work. That looks great. I don't really know what to say. I like that it's going through the different case files. That was sort of teased at the end credits, I think, of the first Conjuring. If someone's seen the Conjuring fairly recently, comment below and let me know. See if I'm right with that. But it looked like it went through some kind of scrapbook and showed their entire career. So I'm sure they've got plenty of sequels in mind if this one does pretty well, which I'm sure it will do. And I'd like to see more. I like the characters in it. I love the main couple. I'm forgetting the actors now. Patrick Wilson, isn't it? And I'm forgetting the name of the one who plays his wife in it. But they're really likeable. They're a nice couple. They're believable. And that's another big thing about horror films now. Mostly, I don't care about the characters. Like, any one of them could die and I wouldn't care. But I like these two. I hope it gives sort of a bit more backstory on their whole career as paranormal investigators. I thought that was really fascinating stuff in the first one. And yeah, this one looks like it's doing some creative stuff. I'm sure that James Wan's got plenty of surprises as well that we're going to find out when we eventually see it. So yeah, I'm hyped. I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely be seeing this when it comes out. I don't think I've actually seen a horror film in the cinema since I turned 18. I mean, I'm almost 23 now. Before I was 18, there were plenty of films I wanted to see, mostly the Saw franchise. I was a big fan of that, and I could never see it. So this may be the first horror film I've been to see. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling now. I think Conjuring 2 looks pretty interesting. Maybe not as good as the first one, but that's usually the case with sequels. But I'm still eagerly anticipating what James Wan's got planned for this film. So yeah, that'll do it for my reaction. Comment below and tell me what you thought of this trailer, whether you think it looks any good, whether you like the last one, or just tell me some of your favourite horror films as well. It's good to get sort of a conversation going down in the comments. So yeah, I don't exactly know when I'll be back with another one of these reactions. They are very sporadic, like whenever a new trailer comes out. But when we get a brand new major trailer, I will be sure to get a reaction out for you guys. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.